Courage, Miss,
Trench. Sylvia Trench. I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
James Bond has been around now for 60 years, but how has Bond influenced film technology and impacted British cinema? Today I wish to answer that question. Firstly, looking at how women have been represented in James Bond, from Trina Parks being the first ever female black woman in Bond, to Naomi Harris and Sasha Lynch in Daniel Craig's time, to how Judi Dench played the iconic role of M.
You don't like me, Bond. You don't like my methods. You think I'm an accountant. A bean counter more interested in my numbers than your instincts.
The thought had occurred to me.
Good. Because I think you're a sexist, misogynist dinosaur. A relic of the Cold War. Whose boyish charms, though wasted on me, obviously appeal to that young woman I sent out to evaluate you.
Point taken.
Not quite 007.
Dame Judi Dench would play the role of M between 1995's GoldenEye and 2012's Skyfall. She is to this day the only female actress to have portrayed the role, and since then the filmmakers passed the 007 moniker onto a agent named Naomi in the recent film No Time to Die, as Bond had retired from active duty.
Well, that's not the first thing I thought you'd take off, but...
Yeah. You seem like a man who's gagging for some action, Mr. Bond.
Shall we cut to the chase?
I'm here as a professional courtesy.
Well, you're not very courteous, are you? You've broken my car. It's Commander Bond. You know that. 00?
2 years.
Very young.
High achiever.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The world's moved on since he retired, Commander Bond. Perhaps he didn't notice.
No, can't say I had. And in my humble opinion, the world doesn't change very much.
Another way Bond has evolved over time is the gadgets that he uses in his missions given to him by Q. Let's take a look at these two scenes from Thunderball and Skyfall respectively.
Break it up. Here we have a Geiger counter. Useful and unobtrusive. The sweep hand takes the radioactivity count. It's waterproof, of course.
But of course.
Now, here's something I want you to use with special care. With special care.
Everything you give me.
Treated with equal contempt. Yes, I know, but that's an underwater camera. It takes 8 pictures in rapid succession by pressing that button there.
Is that clever?
But if you can take pictures in the dark with an infrared film, yes. Try to be a little less than your usual frivolous self, 007. Now, here's a miniature Very pistol, which fires a bright red flare, a distress signal. You should keep it on you day and night.
I resent that remark.
Yep. Look, do you mind? Now, in the event of a rebreather not being available, you can use this device. For short periods only, of course, say about 4 minutes.
Clever.
Obviously, you'll only use it as a last resort. It closes to a convenient pocket size.
That's assuming one has a convenient pocket.
Now, pay attention. A recently developed harmless radioactive device.
Harmless.
Which sends out a homing signal to a special receiver.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Well, obviously, you swallow it.
Now?
Q.
007. Ticket to Shanghai, documentation and passport.
Thank you.
And this. Author PPKS 9mm short. There's a microdermal sensors in the grip. It's been coded to your palm print so only you can fire it. Less of a random killing machine, more of a personal statement.
And this?
Standard issue radio transmitter. Activate it and it broadcasts your location. Distress signal. And that's it.
A gun and a radio. Not exactly Christmas, is it?
Were you expecting an exploding pen? We don't really go in for that anymore.
But this isn't the only kind of changes that have happened to Bond over the last 60 years, as Bond has also achieved change in film technology through the use of CGI and special effects and camera work. The biggest example I can think of Bond changing film technology, despite the fact it's been used now for many years, was that Spectre was the first Bond film to include a one-shot take. Many people in the industry believe this was a practice for Sam Mendes before he would go on to make 2019's 1917, which was completely one take. Spectre also holds the world record for largest film explosion, having used 2,223 gallons of fuel, or 73 pounds of fuel, for reference. However, it is up for debate, as Michael Bay believes his film Pearl Harbor should hold the world record. Spectre also has 334 shots that are CGI'd. Now, you can't tell that these shots are CGI, as the filmmakers hide it. They used CGI for a mouse in one scene, and in another one, Dave Bautista's Mr. Hinks kills a man. So now that we've covered how James Bond has changed technology and a major point of how James Bond has changed over time, I feel it is time to bring this to an end. And I do firmly believe that this franchise, James Bond, has been the driving force in how British films are being made today, and how British films will be continued to made, and that this franchise has been a driving force in changing Britain.
Oh, James, I wanted you to have something. You know the tradition? The next one who catches this is the next one who...
No. Thanks, Stella. It's time I left.
Oh, James.
married once, but it was a long time ago.